Okay, hello and welcome to this short video. My name is Declan O'Flaherty and I think I've covered something similar to this in the past with you. I'm not 100% certain of that, but a refresher is always good. So I'm going to show you how I generated, actually I'm consistently getting leads for completely nothing. I've actually done the work once and I've generated a couple of hundred leads from this, and it's from a very simple short report that I put in the war room. Now, as I said, I think I've covered something close to or similar, or maybe I've talked about this before, but I want to show you why this works so well and how you can, hopefully how you can adapt this to your own business or adapt this just to get some extra leads. Now, every single day I'm continually getting leads from this short report that I put into the war room, and the reason why this works so well is because there's a little twist to it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. So if I go into the war room, and the warrior forum, if you're not a member of the war room, I suggest that you probably should actually join it. I think it's $37 for 20 years access, but well worth it because you can actually leverage the war room, because obviously in the war room you can give away free reports, and you cannot get people to sign up for these free reports. You have to give them away completely free, but you can definitely generate leads, and I've generated a couple of hundred leads from this short report, and I'm going to show you where it is. So it's actually dropped down the page here, and you will see, can you see it here? Short report, the death of the traditional squeeze page and what I use instead. So that's definitely a good headline, since everybody is using the same traditional squeeze pages. So it's interesting. But what's more interesting about this is if you look to the right here, you'll see that 3,307 people have viewed this thread. And as you can see from the headline, the death of the traditional squeeze page and what I use instead. Keep that in mind. And the reason why is because most people who click in here, which in this case is 3,300 people, it's a very, very short report. I think I may have shown you this before, but I want to show you the twist that's involved in this and how it consistently, and I keep getting leads every single day just from this report. So very, very simple. On almost all of my sites these days, I have changed my landing pages from the traditional one-page squeeze pages to a much more underhyped type of page that generates a higher quality lead automatically. You can read what I'm banging on about in the following very short report, and then as you can see, this ebook cover, it's nothing, is it? It's very, very simple. It took me no more than 2 minutes to create. You don't even need an image here, right? Because the title says it all, right? And it's a very, very short report. And I even say it here, don't let the e-cover, which is obviously awful, or the size of the report fool you. If you put the content to use, you would benefit immensely. Now, if people click on this link, automatically they download the report, right? So this is a very simple process for people to go and download this report. And of course, people will want to know what I'm talking about here, the death of the traditional squeeze page. Everybody uses these squeeze pages. The people who land on this page are using traditional squeeze pages. So obviously they want to see what I'm talking about and what I use instead. This is they're going to be very curious of this. Now, this is the really, really good part about this. Out of 3,300 people, for example, who came through to this page, how many do you think is actually going to click on this link and download the report? An awful lot, right? At least 2,000, you would say, and probably even a little bit more. And this is exactly true. And you can see I got 71 likes for this. I got a lot of comments on this as well. It goes on to 2 pages. And a lot of people are loving this, actually. But what the most benefit that you're going to get out of this video, and the reason why this works so well, right, is because this is simply a 6-page report, right? Now, here's the report here, right? It's a 6-page report. So it would take you, what, an hour to create a report like this? An hour. So for an hour's work, for example, it actually took me probably about 20 minutes because I knew exactly what I was writing, and I just started writing. And it's a 6-page report. I didn't make it any way fancy or anything like that. I just got straight down. I wrote it. Took me about 20 minutes, and I'm about to generate a couple of hundred leads just from this report. Now, a lot of people put free reports into the war room, and they will not generate that kind of leads. There's no way they will. They'll probably generate 10, 20, maybe 30 leads, maybe. Now, it depends. If the report gets 20,000 views, well, then they're going to get a couple of hundred opt-ins. But this only has 3,000 and probably only about 2,000 odd views, people who downloaded it. And obviously, people are going to give it away as well. You can give away this report as long as the content stays intact. But this is the genius part about this, okay? In the footer, obviously, I have my link to a squeeze page. Right? Now, a lot of people will have this inside the report, and if you put a report out, you're going to have this as well. Well, chances are not an awful lot of people click on these links inside the footers, right? So if I just had this link here in the footer going to my squeeze page, there's no way I would still be getting leads every day from this report, and there's no way I would have generated a couple of hundred leads from this report either. This is what generated me the couple of hundred leads. So if we scroll down here, right, now this is, remember, this is about a reverse squeeze page. This is what the report is actually about. It's showing people a different kind of squeeze page, right? Now look at the headline here, right, halfway through the report, it's on the 4th page. Let's get into the bones of the reverse squeeze page method. Before we do, I want you to take a look at 2 examples below of what these pages actually look like. The very first one is not my page, but it's a reverse squeeze page. But the second one here is my squeeze page. Now can you see the power in this? Because if you think about it, a lot of people are not going to click on links inside a footer because they have an option to not do so. And therefore a lot of people won't. They won't even pay attention to it. But this link to my squeeze page here, people more or less have to click on that link. Well, they don't have to, but it's the reason why they will click on the link is because it's relevant to what I'm talking about inside the report. I'm talking about a reverse squeeze page, and I'm telling these people, you need to take a look at these reverse squeeze pages to get an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. So therefore, a hell of a lot of people click on this link, and they're only clicking on the link to have a look at the reverse squeeze page. Right? And I even have in quotes here, or sorry, in brackets, a slightly altered version of the traditional squeeze page. So that even raises more curiosity. They definitely want to look at this page now. And they do. They click through to look at this page. And of course, this is my squeeze page. So you can see that I'm going to generate, and it doesn't even look like a squeeze page. It's a reverse squeeze page. It just looks a little bit different. In other words, it doesn't scream advertisement. I have my picture here. I give away a lot of upfront value, so I give a lot of what the report is actually about. And then down at the bottom, I haven't got an opt-in form. They have the click through. And I've showed you this before, haven't I? Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I've showed you this before, and then they click through, and then they can sign up for my report here. Can you see the power in this? So the link inside my report here has to be clicked on to give them an idea of what I'm talking about, the reverse squeeze page. So they're actually going to click on it to go through to have a look at my reverse squeeze page and what it's about and what it looks like, to give them an example of what it looks like and how they can implement something similar themselves. And that's how I've got an awful lot of sign-ups on this squeeze page. And every single person, not every single person, but most people who read this report, for example, and they get to this part of the report, which I'm giving them examples of what the reverse squeeze page is about and what the report is really about, because the report is about this reverse squeeze page. So therefore, how many people are going to click on this link? Hundreds of people have already clicked on this link, even more than hundreds, and went through and signed up on my squeeze page. If I had not got this link and I just had this link in the footer, then I probably would have got 20, 30 subscribers maybe. But I've got literally a couple of hundred subscribers now, just from this. Because this report has been downloaded over 2,000 times, and it's obviously been passed around as well, because they have free rights to pass this around once the links aren't changed. So what kind of report, a 5-page report, could you create and put onto the war room that's beneficial to people, that they will get benefit from? But how can you put a link inside your report, which means they have to click on the link for them to get an example of what your report is about or what you're teaching? Now, I don't know your market. It may be to make money online market. Chances are it is to make money online market. But what kind of report can you create that provides value, that there's a link inside it that people will have to click on to go and take a look at an example, to give them a visual picture of what your report is about or what you're trying to teach them? In this case, I'm teaching them about the reverse squeeze page. And of course, if they click on the link, which they have to really do to get an idea of what these pages look like. And therefore, they're obviously going to my squeeze page. And now you can sort of see the power, how I'm getting a lot of leads from just one short report that literally took me 20 minutes to write and has been downloaded over 2,000 times. Right? So I hope you got some benefit out of this. Sit down and think about it. Because if it only takes you a half an hour or 1 hour even to create a 5-page report, that you can do something similar to this, and you were to do one of these a week, for example, well, then you will consistently generate leads for free. No problems at all. And this is not about being your only method to generate leads. It's just an extra little add-on that can make all the difference. Right? So really, really think about how you can use this. And then again, there it is there. It's just short report. The death of the traditional squeeze page and what I use instead. It raises curiosity. People want to know about it. They click through. They click on the link. Download the report. When they read the report, they get to this section where I'm talking about the reverse squeeze page. I'm trying to give them a picture in their own mind where they're trying to visualize what a reverse squeeze page is all about, because it's what the report is all about. But of course, then they have to click through to this link to get a look at these reverse squeeze pages. Right? Anybody will have to click. If I was reading this report and I'm told, before we go any further, I want you to take a look at 2 examples below of what these pages actually look like. You're going to click through no matter what, and they're going to my squeeze page. Right? And you can see that I'm obviously going to generate a lot of leads from this. So that's it. Short video. I hope you got some benefit from it, some value from it. And how can you use this in your own business? How can you create these short little reports that have links inside it that are not just in the footer? You know, because people are sick of looking at this. People are seeing this all the time. It's not that they're sick of looking at it, but people are downloading reports all the time. And there's links in it saying, oh, take a look at my squeeze page, or take a look at this offer. People don't click on those links, not as much as you would think, even if it's a free offer. So how can you tie it in to a certain way where you actually force people to click on a link inside your report that takes them to your squeeze page as some sort of example that's beneficial to give them a much better visualization or a much better idea of what your report is all about. Does that make sense? Like in this case with mine, where they have to click through to have a look at what a reverse squeeze page looks like, which is what the report is actually about, and therefore they land on this page. And if they like the report, the traditional squeeze page report, which a lot of people have, even on the Warrior Forum, a lot of people loving this report, well then obviously they're going to be interested in downloading another report on email marketing. And that's why they sign up. Okay, so I've been Declan O'Flaherty. I hope you got some benefit out of this video. See how you can use it yourself in your own business. And it's just a little add-on to get you extra leads. And I continually get leads every day just from this short report. Something so simple that took me only 20 minutes. Okay, so have an absolutely fantastic day as always. And more importantly, have a really productive one. All the best.